things about D&D. Like, it's really well and balanced, or not well, somewhat balanced, but very well fleshed out like combat rules and mechanics. But when you get into other areas, it's like, well, just roll a skill check. It's like, oh, okay, and even the skill check system is kind of like, eh, just
The
roll a
ro-
d20. I like
the
it, but at the same time, I wish there was a little bit more like mechanics wise for things outside of combat that players could do.
I get that. They've also made some weird like adjustments to that kind of stuff. Like the stealth rules are kind of weird now, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the stealth stuff. Like that you have to roll a 15 to stealth. It's kind of weird.
Like I kind of get it, but like there are definitely people that you could sneak by with a 15.
Yeah, or even like a 10 because a 15 is supposed to be a difficult check. Like a 5 is easy, 10 is average, and 15 is supposed to be hard. So it's like to stealth at all, you have to roll really well. Whereas I
Yeah,
think
and
if,
then
as
like
long as you have like cover, I think you should just be able to try. And if someone's really bad at seeing you, like they just shouldn't see you.
yeah,
Let's just bring back OSC thief things, thief
What,
mechanics.
hide in
oh
shadows?
yeah. And they got
Yeah.
rid of thieves' tools or something, didn't they? Or
Did they
like
get rid of thieves?
you can't have expertise in them or something anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was trying to make because I bought the player's handbook on D Beyond just so I can read it and play and fiddle with characters and stuff like that on there. And when I was looking at rogues, you can't have expertise in uh, pix tools anymore.
That's
Really?
interesting. Wonder why they did that. I mean,
I-
I know what I
yeah.
remember is you're supposed to use you need to use a skill through a tool proficiency, someone was saying. Like, for example, I think lockpicks is like you have to have thieves' tools knowledge and roll sleight of hand or something.
Yeah, I think it's a sleight of hand check now. So the idea is you would have expertise in sleight of hand, which will also encourage people to maybe try and pickpocket and stuff more, which would be more fun at least because it would encourage that skill to be used more.
Oh, you're saying I can start robbing people?
No, because you're not a rogue.
Oh. So,
Yeah,
I have high dex.
I'm actually surprised people don't use pickpocket more. But there's no
Actually,
thieves' tools you'd use them with. Like, you would just use, I think, sleight of hand for most of the thieves' tool stuff, right?
Yeah, I guess. How do you have thieves' tools? Because none of the new backgrounds give you thieves' tools.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, do they? Which one?
I believe criminal still does. I
Oh.
believe,
I must have missed that when I was looking at them.
and I think one other
Urchin, maybe?
whatever they're calling the urchin now.
I
It's
think
called something else. It's like way.
Yeah, criminal.
It's the same thing as urchin, but it's just called something else.
These tools.
Wayfarer.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not
Yeah, you
really the same as an urchin, technically, but yeah.
It's this like it basically does the same thing as what urchin did.
Yeah, I guess they just. I guess it makes sense because it's like. They have kind of a few backgrounds that are like urchin. Because the spy and the urchin have always been kind of similar.
Alright. Well, I'm not sure what is going on with Mary. So we might just get going. Okay. So,
Hey, we got a wizard, a fighter, and a cleric. That if we need 3 people, those are the 3 people you want.
well, and you got Dosha and Voli with you.
Oh, that is true.
So there's that.
Also in 5e, you don't really need to conform to party. What do they call it? Roles.
I know, but it is still a nice group. We got the big firepower, the support, and the sustained damage and kind of health.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spread of abilities. Okay. So this week we have Anvir as scribe.
Oh, cool.
Unfortunately, Aurora was the previous scribe. Did he post?
Looks like he
Yeah.
posted
It
something.
did, just a little short one.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of combat, so.
Yeah, no, that's
He put it.
that's fair.
I love what he put at the end. P.S. I'm too lazy to edit this, so have the plot points.
No, that's perfectly fine. So.
Oh,
just put
it is a linguistic nightmare.
Just put a note in the chat to make sure he gets his story point.
Yeah, what Anvir said.
Robert is quidnuncing.
Yeah, what the fuck is quid nunci?
What is that word?
Let's see, let's search with Google. Person who seeks to know all the latest news or gossip. Hell yeah.
Nice.
What kind of thesaurus did this man pull out for this journal?
Alright.
Like, so the right word, just one I've never seen before.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I was like, what thesaurus did this man pull that up?
Does anyone wish to do a quick reading of his journal, just to give us a small recap?
I can do it.
Alright, awesome.
Alright. Everyone ready?
I think so.
Uh-huh.
Alright. On the 25th of summer, 4 p.m., Nasira goes and picks up her boomerang. Eldwin teaches the three girls and puts progress towards how to drive the
I'm guessing that's meant to be shit.
Robert is still quidnuncing about. Anri returns and tells the group about the info on the scrolls. I don't know what scrolls he's talking about. We plan to lure and don't truth the potential spies. During the night, we are under attack at the church, and we rush out to fire elementals attacking. Combat happens, combat ends. Anri almost dies and finds a big diamond in the chest of the fire elemental. We go to bed. GSM lazy said this, so have that plot point.
God, the spelling error.
Alright, well, thank you for the recap. So, it is the 25th of summer at 4 p.m.? No, it couldn't be. We just finished
It would
in the
be the
night,
morning.
right? Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
Because we long rested and leveled up.
so it must be the
Oh, I totally forgot we leveled up.
26th at 8 a.m.
It was a very boring level up for me. I got destroy undead high level and 6 hit points.
Yeah, so you had rested the night, and as you stated, leveled up. So everyone is now level 14. So yeah, it's the morning time. The temple is in a bit of an uproar as people are trying to do repairs and basically prepare services for the fallen. You all awaken in the church sleeping areas, kind of together as a group. What do you all want to do?
Yeah, it's been a while. What were we doing last time, guys?
The group was looking into if there was a spy.
And to refresh your memory, Robert, the scrolls that were talked about in the notes were the ones of...
what's her face?
The ones that had the locate
Sevora!
Down
That's her name.
location. Yeah, I knew it was.
Sevora.
I remembered it was close to Aurora because it kept making that joke.
Yes,
But
it's Sevora,
yeah, it was her scrolls that had details
And-
about us and narrowing down the location of Embla.
Yeah. Some suspiciousness.
It's very sus.
Yeah, the group was kind of here looking for spies and also deciding the next step in their journey. because there was talk of looking into that demon portal that one of your allies got information about. There was also talk in heading to the Darok Empire to look more into information about the ley lines and what your people would need to figure out a way to follow them. At least that's what one of your ley line readers had mentioned, that there's information in the Darok Empire they need. Because I think a long time ago it was talked of that maybe we could find a way to the surface. That was kind of before the town got attacked, or the city of Candle, and then things are kind of up in the air. So now I think the group is trying to figure out what their next steps are. At least once they finish looking for the spies. The spies were the current assignment. Or that's why you had... I think that's why you came here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you were worried about that, and you have a few people looking into it, you have some suspects, and then, yeah, you have to figure out what you want to do next.
Because we have two suspects, Savora and... can't remember the guy's name. Priest in training.
Yeah, it was...
Okaru, was it?
Yeah, Okaru and Savora.
Savora's the one that we found.
All the papers with information about the group. I think. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
we snuck into her room because Aurora let her out because they were kind of buddy-buddy.
So yeah, you have some suspicions on her. I don't know if you found anything on Okaru yet.
Nah, but he was
not yet.
smitten by the Grey Wanderers, apparently.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just
I think-
showed a great... I know we were debating, I mean, he could just be a fan.
He could just-
So the theory is that there's a good chance that he's just a fanboy.
Yeah, it is possible. You also have your emotional support vampire looking into this. I think we had passed a few days.
Oh, you know what to say, never meet your heroes.
We had
Maybe
passed
this
a
guy
few...
wants to...
Yeah, I think we had passed a few days, and then the things with the scrolls happened, and we were like making a plan to potentially lure them to a place, and then the attack happened like the night after, or the day.
Yeah. So, I think. So if it's morning after, we should probably talk with Trisla and see what the damages were.
All right. So
yes.
The group is heading to speak with Trislin. Let's see.
You guys would also probably notice on me being very quiet and downtrodden about this whole experience.
You mean Andre sad that a bunch of his people just died?
So
That's
you
ridiculous.
would find downstairs in the church area, Harrick and Trislin are laying out some of the bodies and basically kind of preparing some blessings and funeral rites before taking them over to be stored. Harrick would say, he would see you approaching and say, Anvir, I'm glad to see you're all right.
Yes, I've suffered worse, sadly.
He says, I saw you all engage that creature yesterday. We had been fighting some of the other elementals that had attacked, so we were unable to help you. I'm glad that you were able to take it down without any casualties of your own. He says, what about the rest of you? Are you all okay?
Oh, I kind of scratched my knee because I fell out your window. But other than that, I'm fine.
Why'd you go out the window?
I saw Nasira do it.
She says, I
Like-
did a running jump and a tuck and roll. You fell on your face.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm not fully awake at 3 in the morning, alright?
One must always be ready for danger.
I thought this was a safe place. The temple.
Yes, I did as well. Harrick
In the
says,
caves, nowhere is truly always safe, but safer than most, yes.
Now, I don't think you told them anything about why these elementals attacked, right?
No, we did, and Harrick blamed me.
Was that last night?
Yeah, Harrick said,
Oh yeah, he was
had
kind of
blamed me,
pissed
and
off.
that's why I was like all downtrodden and shit.
Yeah. So he seems like he's being nicer this morning. Like maybe he had a chance to sleep on it or something.
Or Tristan told him off.
Huh?
That or Tristan told him off.
Or yeah, Trislan could have gotten angry at him. She has been a little quiet, but that's mostly because she is busy speaking to some of the guard and some of the other priests as they prepare some funeral rites and blessings. But finally, she does come walking over and gives Anvir a hug and says, "I'm glad that you're all right, Anvir. I was very worried. I'm sorry I didn't speak more to you last night. I was very busy, as you might guess."
There was a hectic time. It's okay.
She says, "I heard that these elementals are enemies of your group, and that you are being hunted by someone who controls them. I believe you said his name was
Tarkan.
a wizard of some sort. Do you think? Go ahead.
Potentially more than just a wizard.
Well, what is he exactly if he's not a wizard?"
We don't fully know, but definitely something that shouldn't be around. We've heard talks of him being part of the Seven with other names like Oh, I wrote these names down at some point and I can't remember where. But yeah, the Seven, and
Do you
I
think?
can't remember where I wrote it down. We got a bunch of when we were in the Illithid temple with Valhoon, there was that mirror that showed us like class of people we thought of, and we saw like a bunch of Dave, him and that crow boy talking and mentioning a couple of names,
Dimitri.
like Shadow Lord.
Shadow Lord.
Yeah, like Shadow Lord and stuff like that. I can't remember what the names now.
Well, do you think we're in danger? Do you think there'll be more attacks?
I think we need to wrap up our business as soon as possible, so it's less likely to happen.
He says, "How do you think he tracked you here?"
Well, he's proven before to have some decent divination magic for tracking things.
So still, if you can figure out more about the attack or where these elementals came from, maybe it could give us some clue as to how he found you here.
Like, my guess is, like, my best guess would probably be a scrying spell of some sort or another. It's like, we have some ways to combat it, but we can't, like, but it requires us to stay in a certain location.
Like, what, lining the room with lead? Or silver?
We'll talk about it later, Robert.
Harrix as well. I know I've not seen any creature like that just wandering the caves. So where would it have come from? I doubt it just traveled through the caves to get here.
Maybe Candlehead, approximately? Or maybe he set up somewhere closer.
It's like,
That's
if
where
he's-
we last saw him. We were attacked on the way here as well, actually, I think.
Well, he says, figuring out where this creature came from might be a good first step. He says, I don't know if you have anyone skilled at tracking or navigating the caves, but that would be my suggestion. If you can't do it, that's fine. We can see if we can figure something out, but I know you all have a pretty diverse set of skills. He says, and I know that since leaving here, you've traveled the caves far more than any of us, as we mostly defend these territories.
A couple of us are somewhat decent trackers, not as good as some of the best ones out there, but they can get the job done. We could look to see if there's something close.
Well, if you could do something to, just maybe get some more information on where this thing came from, or how it got here, or how it found you, maybe we can help defend ourselves better. Tristan says, well, do what you can, Anvir. I know you have a lot on your plate, so if the spy business is still she lowers her voice. If the spy business is still something you're looking into, then just do what you need to.
We've definitely narrowed the pool down on that. But it is
Cool.
something we are looking into a little bit, but should be able to get wrapped up soon.
Alright. Well, let's we have to finish getting this all sorted, but let us know if we can help with any of it, Tristan says.
We've already done enough, Tristan. Raised me, after all.
She smiles and says, of course. Easily one of my greatest accomplishments. She gives you another hug. Dosha says, I can look around for tracks. I am not the best tracker, but I am skilled at such things.
If you want to deal with that while we're, like, if you want to try and find the direction they came from while we look into our business here, that'd be great.
Is there anyone else who's half decent at trekking?
Your best tracker is Nasira.
Could we send her with him in the background, or would that be a bit like...
I suppose I could look into it. Perhaps there are clues around here as to where such beasts came from. My guess it was probably summoned.
It's like, that's my guess, but if we can, it's like if they were summoned and then sent in here, maybe we can find more details of the place where they were summoned.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. I'll see what I can figure out. Alright, so Nasira and Dosha will go and look into that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you'd allow it since she wasn't here, but figured I'd ask.
No, I generally will role play and play people who are not here. I just might be stingy with their resource usage.
No, that's fair. I just wanted to confirm. Alright. So what should we do?
That is a good question.
I think we had a plan. I think I had talked about like a storage area we could potentially take them to. That's not very often used, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, remember that. We're gonna lure her there and then
Yeah,
use Zone
that
of
was
Truth.
that was gonna be your thing for today. You had mentioned bringing them to the farm area, like a
there wa-
storage area.
Remember there was some debate whether or not to do one then the other, or to do both at the same time.
Yeah, I remember we had some debate, but think about Morph. If I remember correctly, uh, it was Okaru's is like trained to be a monk or priest here, right?
Yes, he's training to be a priest.
That is the common
Or so it
story.
says.
I will
So-
say, Aurora says, no one has approached the jails. I've been watching it quite closely. I would have assumed someone would have tried something by now.
That just might mean that they're not too worried about those soldiers, though.
Like
So-
they did say there were multiple groups here, so they might just be working completely independent.
Well, I can.
I think they.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think they just said that like multiple groups headed out at once, but like not necessarily all to here.
Well, I can
I think
I can probably get Savora to come wherever we want to question her. Aurora says she's fairly trusting of me. I don't know about this Okaru guy. You've been talking to him, right, Robert?
I think
Yeah, he seems to be
I think Robert
infatuated
had
with the group.
yeah, I think Robert had come up with a plan, and I said, "Please don't tell me I want plausible deniability."
She says, "Why do you want plausible deniability?"
Because he said it involved using my name, and I don't want to be involved in that if it turns out he's just a good guy.
Oh, I was talking as Aurora. She's asking you. She says, "Why do you want plausible deniability, Anvir?"
I feel bad about luring people to compare them with magic.
There's no compulsion. If they're not lying, then there shouldn't be a problem, right?
But that's the thing, I'm going to be compelling them to not be able to lie.
She says, "No, you don't force answers from someone in the zone of truth. If my memory serves, they just answer or don't answer.
That's true.
Obviously, if they don't answer, it's extremely suspicious. But,
Well, I think it also stipulates they can answer in a way that is true, but avoids the question.
well, luckily, I think you're pretty good at seeing through that sort of thing.
That's why I make a good pair with it.
Anyway, I don't think you should worry. I don't believe Robert or I was going to do anything uncouth. Unless we have
I
to.
side-eye Robert.
She says, "Then again, I guess I don't know Robert as well as the rest of you. He seems like an honest fellow."
I side-eye Robert again.
I'm pretty upfront about my wants.
See?
Look, that is true, but you want some pretty foul things sometimes.
She smiles and puts her hand on Anvir's shoulder and says, "I'm sure it'll be fine."
Oh, Hadar, I hope so.
It's like I think we definitely want to speak to Savara.
Savora?
Savora.
Well, I'll now we're doing this in those storage areas near the farms, yes?
Yes.
Alright, well how about I get Savora, we'll say around lunchtime, in a few hours, bring her there. Tell her that the group wishes to speak with her. And Robert, you get Akaru.
Did
At
we
the same
want to-
time, after all?
Maybe not the same time.
With everything going on right now, if he is a priest in training, he should be around here somewhere, right?
Well, then maybe we start with him, and I'll get Savora in the afternoon.
Did we want to
I-
wait till the others returned and see what they found? And that way we also have Nasira and Doja around.
I guess we could. How long do you think it'll take them?
Like that's a problem. They could be.
They
searching
could be
all
gone
day.
most of the day, yeah. Well, let's see.
Oh, we can
Right?
do Okaru today and then decide during lunchtime whether we do
Yeah.
Sora.
You know what? I think we're fine. Let's see. Between us, we're me, Robert, Eldwin, and what we've also got Aurora
Volley.
and Volley.
Foley
You could-
is absent right now. You're not sure where he
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
we could
that's
try and
Light
find
Dog.
Volley. We could also get Sir Ian.
Well, just let me know. I'm happy to bring her. Aurora says, kind of continuing to eat her breakfast.
I think if Savora gets the idea that we're searching for her, she might bolt if she's realized that she's blown. So we might want to get to her first. But
Yes, we did
the
steal
other-
all her scrolls and not put them back. That might.
No, I think I
No,
left.
they
them there.
didn't see him. He didn't see him.
I left them there.
Mhm.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I did not touch you.
For that
And-
exact reason.
and if however, same goes for Okaru. If it turns out he is the spy, then he would also bolt. But honestly, I think Okaru's less likely. So if we want to start with Savora, and then one of us trails Okaru just to make sure he doesn't run off.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
if
fair.
Sephora turns out to be a half decent fighter or something, it will be a person dead.
Oh, I
Then I
doubt
went to
she's,
fighter to a spellcaster.
I doubt it. I feel like we should be able to handle just one person. But saying that,
How about this? Let me if we check out the place that we're gonna be doing our little talks and get myself familiar with it, then I can track down Okaru, and with the if we have the mental link up, you can warn me if stuff goes down, and I can teleport right back.
sorry, I got distracted for a second. Can you say that again? I had something going on in real life.
It's like if we make sure that I have familiarity with the storage area that we're going to be doing this, then I could be the one keeping an eye on Okaru, and if stuff goes down with Savora, then I can teleport back if it gets bad.
I guess, but that would be a decent amount of power for me.
I mean, why don't
It
we just
would,
go
but
talk
it
to
would be,
Okaru right now?
Oh, I did. Wait, talk to who?
Okaru? The
Oh,
priest in
Okaru.
training. Supposed priest in training. Like, if he truly is a priest in training, I'm sure you can determine that, can't you, Envy? Just by speaking with him?
Maybe.
How about you just test him on his knowledge and
But he could just be very well researched.
I don't think a spy will. Who's only been here for supposedly 2 weeks.
So you
Would be
don't,
very well researched.
you don't think a spy that's pretending to be a prospering priest wouldn't research the religion he's pretending he's interested in?
Correct.
I have a suspicion you're decently gullible.
Or just a bad spy, Aurora says.
I'm a pirate, not a spy.
Well, generally spies are well versed in whatever area they need to be for successful spying. But I think there's downsides and benefits to speaking before we know more about the attack. Still, maybe we should do something rather than just sit around. Do you think either of
Alright,
them
I'll
were
go get
involved
Okaru
in
then.
the? Do you think either of them were involved in the elemental attack?
No, that's a separate issue.
I don't know.
God, you guys have more enemies than I do, and I have a whole government after me.
Well, so the spies and the people we fought the other day are linked to a noble family who don't like us because we didn't want to kill Volley. And the elementals are linked to the person who destroyed Candlehill.
Okay, well, I don't know what this Candleholm is, so...
It was a nearby settlement.
Oh, that sucks.
It's where we lived.
Ooh. They should not have to pay rent anymore.
We owned a house.
Taxes. No more taxes.
It was a tax haven.
It was tax-free. Like, well, fucking sucks.
It's like,
So, do you want to
but-
go question someone? Do you want to wait a bit? What do you want to do?
Go deal with Savora.
it's like, it's like, if you guys are gonna go, grab Savora, I'll check out the, storage a bit just to make sure I can, teleport there.
Oh, do we need to keep an eye on that guy? I think we're fine. Maybe.
Oh, perhaps you can take Trislin up
Like,
on her offer and have her keep an eye on him.
Sorry, what did you say, Robert?
Perhaps you can take Trislin up on her offer and have her keep an eye on Okaru. If he's a priest in training, he'd jump at the chance to get some wisdom off her.
Maybe, but I wouldn't want to put Tristan in danger.
I mean, Herrick's right there. Or, that's his name, right? Herrick?
Yes.
Like, I think, I do think that's a good idea. It's like, let's use the resources we have. The faster, because the faster and safer we can do this, the faster we leave here and there is another elemental attack.
I agree.
I just don't want my home being in danger anymore.
All right.
Alright, then let's get to it.
So, what are we doing?
So, I think the only debate is what Eldon is doing at the moment. So, are you going to go
Yeah,
watch
if
it? or
we're-
are you
If
joining
we're
us?
gonna have Trislin watch, then I'll be with you guys.
I don't know if we're doing that. I'd rather not get her involved.
She's already involved.
I mean, not really.
Just got attacked in her own home.
Different people again.
Still a threat.
But yeah, Eldon, whichever one you want to do, really.
If you're you guys are more comfortable having me close by, then I'll stick by you.
Well, we don't have to separate. We can do one thing at a time. Though I guess
Yeah.
if we want someone to watch Okaru, what about the vampire?
No, that is true. I forgot she's around. But
I mean, I know she's working on gathering information, but maybe we could reassign her just for the time being.
yeah, that is true. I don't know whereabouts she would be though. She's kind of wandering all over the place, isn't she?
Let me see if I can find her. In the meantime, why don't you all get prepared to, well, do whatever it is that you all are doing.
Maybe we'll head over to the storage site and we'll meet you there, just so we can figure out planning.
All right, and just to verify this, we're only speaking with Okaru today. I shouldn't bring Savora.
No, I think it was the opposite way around. I think we were talking to Savora and not
And
talking to
Okaru is
Okaru.
being watched. Very well. So I'll say she leaves. Aurora goes and basically goes to get Okaru spied on, and then you assume bring Savora at lunchtime.
Yeah, I think so. That's correct, yeah, guys. That's what we were saying. Because Savora's the more likely suspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just want him watched in case he turns out to also be a likely suspect and reacts.
Do you want me to sneak into a room and take all and ransack it?
If you
Um,
want to, if you want to grab this
maybe
scroll,
later for evidence. Let's not do it before we conclude. Especially 'cause it would be
Size.
really
look
bad
at
if she noticed. Yeah, but it would be really bad if she noticed they were gone, and then we started trying to lure her to a place.
Well, when you start luring her, I can go in and take the crap. And then ransack
if
her
we
room.
if we do reveal, like we could reveal that we have those if he grabs them during the interview, and that might make her drop whatever facade
She's
she's
putting on.
got.
Yeah. Facade, that's a good word. I like that word.
I can see the logic in that, yeah.
I think it can't hurt for you to grab those once we've got Savora.
Alright. So, right before we grab her, when she leaves for lunch?
Maybe do something like when Aurora goes to get her, you go into the room, steal it, and then like follow behind.
Alright, you guys are spellcasters, right? Can you make me invisible?
I can for a minute.
A minute?
I can for an hour.
I'd rather take the hour.
I only have the big boy version.
Oh, you have greater invisible? That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Alright,
before
when,
you go out,
when
make
Aurora
her
goes
invisible.
grab her, yeah. Sounds good, sounds like a plan.
I guess before we conduct the plan, I would just have us meet up quickly so I can put up the telepathic bond.
All right.
What's
Well,
this?
I was just about to say, can't Aurora do pretty much the same thing? Well, that would be using a skill die from her, and I know he doesn't like using those, so yeah, maybe do this instead.
How long does this last? An hour? Only 30 feet? That's kind of crazy.
Well, it's 30 feet while casting.
Oh,
And then as long as we're on the same plane, I believe.
oh okay, yeah. I need to finish reading before I say things.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea.
As long as we are on this plane together, we can talk.
Oh no, guys, I'm suddenly on the plane on fire. What do?
I didn't hear anything, did you?
Like, hello, why aren't you guys saying anything?
But yes, anyway.
Okay, so I'm gonna pass time. And I assume at 12 you are meeting at the storage area, right? That's the plan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And remind me, because you guys kind of changed the plan back and forth a bunch. Is anything happening before 12?
Yeah. So like, when Aurora goes to get Savora, I'm gonna before that, I'm gonna cast the bond on everyone, and then make Robert invisible.
Okay. So you are meeting. So, what time are you casting invisibility?
I think like 11:50.
Okay, so you're gonna get there early, 10 minutes before, make everyone invisible.
Just Robert.
Or just Robert. Okay.
Because we had that plan to confront her with the scrolls.
Alright, so Aurora comes back and says, I found Atala. She is going to keep an eye on Akaru. So
Sweet.
that part of the plan is done. At 11:50, as you are all assembled in the storage areas near the farm, near the fields of the farm, you said you're casting invisibility on Robert,
Mm-hmm.
spending one of your second level spells, I assume.
Yep.
Oh man, I guess Robert's going with Aurora to go
Yes,
get
Aurora.
Savora.
Exactly.
She says, wait, why are you coming with me?
So I can
She's
sneak into your
gonna-
room and ransack it for evidence.
Oh, didn't we do that already?
Well,
Yes, but someone left them all behind.
I didn't want to know. You haven't.
Okay. I'll
I
head
thought it
over
would make
there.
the interrogation easier if we had solid proof against her.
So, she heads over. Robert is invisible.
Mhm.
And she, I guess since Robert's there, you would see her walk over and speak with Savora, who seems happy to see her. And she says, Savora, could you take a walk with me? Savora will nod and say, sure, I was actually meaning to go for a walk anyway. And I assume you're trying to kind of sneak past to get into the room as they're leaving?
Yes.
So give me a stealth check.
It's disadvantage because I'm invisible.
Not unless you have something to conceal sound.
I don't think so. 17.
Okay. So she doesn't detect anything as they both leave. And you're gonna just grab the scrolls?
I'll wait so I don't hear them outside the door anymore. And then I'll rummage through her room to find any. Just try and find anything hidden.
Alright, give me a perception check.
Sure. Remind me, inspiration points are +2, right?
Yes, per point.
Alright, I have 2, so I'll use both of them here.
Alright, so +4 on your perception check. So
For
20.
20.
You find the scrolls. You would also find a pouch, more like a sack, hidden under the bed, which seems to have a lot of gold in it.
Yoink. It's mine now.
There are 200 gold pieces in the sack, which is a strange thing to find.
There's no, like, notes or anything in there?
No, just a sack with a bunch of gold pieces.
That's all I find in the entire room?
Yeah, other than the scrolls from yesterday, which are still just kind of sitting out in the open.
Alright. And they do have incriminating evidence. Or what do the scrolls say? I don't remember.
The scrolls are just information about the Grey Wanderers. So, almost like either she or someone was collecting information about the group, the things they've done, just kind of like that they came from Candleholm and, you know, that their home was destroyed.
Wasn't
just-
one of them also narrowing down the location of Ember?
In the scrolls?
Or am I
I
misremembering?
don't think
I
so.
thought that was the thing.
No, none of the scrolls
I
had any information on Evelyn, just the Grey Wanderers.
No, Ember.
Oh,
The
Ember.
the town.
Yes, sorry, yes. She does have some information where Ember might be. Also, that Ember is a new settlement connected to the Grey Wanderers.
Okay.
Yeah, so a bunch of different stuff. A bit strange. So, what are you going to do after you collect that stuff?
Do I want to spend? Do I feel like I've exhausted everything in this room? Like I don't. I feel like I've turned it around enough.
Well, you searched it pretty thoroughly. You were surprised you found those gold pieces hidden where they were.
And there's nothing else in that area.
Not as far as you can tell.
Right. Is there ink and paper in this room, or anything I can write with?
Yeah, there's ink, and there's some blank parchment.
All right. I'll grab ink and a parchment, and I'll write IOU 200 gold. Stuff it in the sack, and stuff the sack back in where it was.
Okay.
The
Fair
empty
enough.
sack, of course.
Yeah.
And then I leave.
All right. And where are you
I
going?
make sure the room's nice and tidy before I leave. I make sure everything's put in place, everything's the way it was, and then I head back to the meeting area.
I guess. What would you use for that? Maybe.
Stealth?
Well, I was thinking more
Sleight
like
of hand?
No, it might actually be more like intelligence. Trying to make sure everything's exactly. I'll say perception or investigation. I'll let you use either.
I'll use my perception. It's my better of the two. 19.
Okay. So you put everything back as good as you can, where you kind of remember things were. And where are you heading?
Heading back towards the meeting area and wait for everyone to show up. I don't break invisibility at any point.
Well, they would already be there because they left before you. So a little while later, say like around 12, Aurora would approach the storage area with Savora, and I guess as she walks her in, Savora is a bit surprised to see you all there. She says, "Oh, hello," and Aurora would say, "Savora, these are my friends. They actually were wishing to talk to you." And she says, "Yeah, the Grey Wanderers. Hello." What did you
Hi
want to
there.
talk to me about?
Who wants to talk?
It's like, oh, Savara, thanks for taking time. Like, come and get comfy a bit. Well, as comfy as you can.
She says, "Sure." She walks inside and looks around, sees a crate, and goes and sits on it, smiles.
Mentally, I would say, I guess I should cast it now.
It's like, tell her we're just looking into the attack last night. And so we're just talking to several people about what they saw.
Okay. I would say that to her, pretty much word for word, just like, yes, just about the attack last night.
Oh yes, it was quite a dreadful attack. I know we lost some people. Do we know anything about why that happened?
Potentially, but we can get into that later.
She says, I never actually saw the creatures that were attacking. I just ran when the guards told me to run and hide, and then I, kind of hid. Though I heard that you all had a pretty big part in bringing that thing down.
Oh, we try our best.
So, well, it's good we had you here. Probably saved my life.
Well, we're just doing some investigation. I would like to just do something that would prove that you were in no way responsible for those elementals.
Oh. Alright, well, why do you think I would have something to do with that?
Oh, we're just asking bunches of newer people around.
Give me a deception.
I am not amazing at these. 19.
No, it's as well. I mean, I have nothing to do with it, but if answering other questions about it will help, I can try. As I said, I didn't see anything, so I'm not sure what else I could tell you.
Well, yes. Well, we've just got to, make sure people are good liars and all that kind of stuff. This would just be a spell that would prove to us if you were capable of even summoning those creatures.
Oh, sure. Whatever you need to do, I can. The magic isn't dangerous, is it?
Oh no, absolutely not.
All right. Well then, yes. If it will prove I didn't summon the creatures, sure. Whatever spells you need.
Yes, you'll feel it try and take hold and just let it.
All right.
I'm gonna cast Stone of Truth. Is there a way I can cast it where it won't hit us? I don't know how big this area is.
It's probably gonna hit everyone in this area because I think it's a 10-foot radius, or maybe even a 15-foot
20.
radius.
15 or 20.
So you would have to stand outside to not be affected by this.
That's fine. I don't mind telling the truth after this if I fail.
Okay. So are you doing this as a ritual, or are you just casting it? Or wait, is this even a ritual? I forget.
I don't think you can do this as a ritual.
Okay. So you do some chanting as you summon magical energy, and the whole storage area is affected by a zone of truth. Is anyone trying to resist the magic?
I'll try to just to see, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
I'll try.
so that'd be a charisma saving throw.
I failed.
Okay.
It's a DC 20.
So yeah, the energies kind of wash over everyone, and I guess I could roll for Aurora. No, Aurora
Robert, are
fails
you
too.
are you trying to?
He's not.
I'm
here
not
yet.
there yet.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, right. Well, he'll need to once he gets here, though.
So yeah, you would know that everyone failed, and that everyone has
Good.
been affected. So she
She now knows what the spell actually is, though.
I mean, you didn't lie.
so
The duration's only 10 minutes. It might be over by the time Robert gets back.
yeah.
Depends
So
on
she says, "This spell seems like it does more than you said."
Yes. Well, you see, certain information has come to light, and we needed to ask you questions and needed to make sure you were honest about them.
All right. Well, like I said, I don't know anything about the elementals being summoned, so.
Oh, I know you don't. That was a complete lie.
Oh, what?
I would have just looked over. It's like
I can't lie.
you can also not.
You
I
can
don't
omit.
care. I'm trying to say that we need to question her about the actual thing anyway.
Why didn't you just tell me what you wish to question me about?
Oh well, you might not actually, let the spell take hold.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you want to know?
Do you have any relation to the Stevenson house?
I don't. Who are they?
Okay. That's interesting. So you actually do. Why are you taking notes about us?
Because when my town was destroyed, I lost a lot, family, friends, and I wanted to start over. And I heard of the great deeds of your people, and I just was hoping that maybe you could help me and my friends find someplace safe to settle down. And Aurora told me a lot about you as well, and I was just trying to find out more because I didn't know if I could trust you. So I was just trying to find out as much as I could about who you are and where you're from and the things you've done.
Andrea actually is starting to look really bad now. He's like, oh no. Oh,
She says,
it's actually quite lovely.
I'm sorry. I guess I should have come to you
No.
sooner. I was still unsure about, if I could trust you all.
No, that's completely fine. I'm sorry we doubted you so harshly. It's just where we saw your notes about us and the location of our potential town.
Oh, you saw those?
We have. Yeah, we were wondering why you were taking those notes, especially the Ember ones.
She says, Aurora, did you see them? She's like, oh, no, actually one of our people broke into your house and took a look at them. She says, oh,
I will explain that later.
all right. Well, yes, that's why I took them. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to seem like I was a spy or something.
That's part of the issue. We have information that there might be one around here, so we've been looking into people.
Oh,
Unfortunately, your behavior just happened to make you look very suspicious.
no, I mean, I guess I could see that. Give me a persuasion check, actually.
True, she doesn't know I can't lie at the moment. Persuasion.
Nice rolls, man.
Well,
Yeah, I don't have a great plus to that. I'm just rolling high.
mean,
Thank God.
I guess I could understand why you would be suspicious. I feel a little bit, like that. That wasn't the nicest thing to break into my domicile and look at my things, but I guess I can understand it. With all the deception and the attacks and someone spying on you. I mean, I don't know, but I guess now that I'm here, maybe I can ask: Do you have someplace safe, like this Ember that you were founding? I read something about it and heard something about it from people here. Is it someplace that I could go with some of my friends and loved ones?
I would look around the group.
Before any of us answer that, do you mind telling us where you heard about the town, if you can recall?
Oh, it was someone in the temple here. I was asking about your group, and someone mentioned that there was a town that your group was founding, but they didn't know where it was. They just had an idea of the possible location. Something about you having people here, like some of the colonists stayed here for a while. So yeah, I don't really remember who.
Andrea looks embarrassed, just like, oh God, one of the people of my temple is screwing us. Was it one of the actual temple members, or just someone around?
She says, "Give me a moment." She thinks. Just then, the door. I guess. Well, actually, Robert, how do you want to enter this scene? Because you're technically invisible right now.
Can I have a layout of the area we're in?
Well, they're just in a small, almost like a shack with a bunch of gardening supplies and seeds and stuff. Just things one might use for farming. They're inside a small building. The door is open, like they didn't lock it.
Like a small farmer's warehouse kind of thing.
But is the door closed or open?
It's closed.
Probably
right now.
closed.
Yeah.
Okay. And did I enter? Is the Stone of Truth still going?
You
Oh,
probably
yeah.
wouldn't know anything about that because you weren't here when he cast it.
You know, but I should feel it when I enter the area, right?
You would, though you don't know about it entering the area. So that probably shouldn't play into your decision on how you enter. Well, I guess you could, if they told you they were casting it, you could assume it was going. I don't know how much your character
Yeah,
would know
I mean,
about Zone of Truth.
Yeah, we said we were going to cast Zone of Truth on this person. So I guess
We
Robert
have.
will check in since
He
he
did
has to
see it
mental that.
once before when we were interrogating the Stevenson.
Like, hey guys, I'm outside.
Oh, jeez.
What do you want me to do?
Savora jumps.
No.
Oh,
mentally.
Mentally, okay.
Yes. Can they all hear me, or does it have to be directed at someone?
It's a group call.
Yeah,
Okay.
anyone who is
We have a
part
mental
of it
Discord.
just slid into your DMs.
Fantasy Discord.
Like, hey guys, I have the scrolls. Are you good to go? Do you want me to come inside?
Turns out she's just really likes us.
Should I put the stuff back?
Yeah, I feel bad for suggesting to just kill her, Aurora says. I'm glad we didn't go that route.
This is why I'm the voice of reason of the group, so we don't kill innocent people.
Yeah, you have a point. It would have been bad. I mean, technically we would never have known why she was actually... So I wouldn't have felt that guilty. Anyway, you probably would have felt bad, so I guess it's good we did.
Like while we have you here, have you heard? It's like, you talked to anyone else or noticed anyone else asking about us?
I think she was just about to think about who
Oh,
told her
was
about
she?
the town. Yeah, and then
Oh.
we were figuring out how Robert was arriving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So do you guys want me to put the stuff back?
Like I guess just hang tight for now.
All right. Would you guys have told me that she spoke to someone?
Probably not, because
Yeah.
we're in mid-conversation still, unless someone
Okay.
else said it.
Did you
I would
guys cast
actually,
Stone of Truth already?
it's like I would actually say Robert, if you want, maybe go maybe go look for our other suspect, because apparently Savara
Okaru?
heard about. Yeah, Savara, because apparently Savara heard about Wandering Ember from someone from the church.
Okay. You know, I
Oh,
know.
jeez.
Ow.
I'm sorry about my dog.
Dog's going crazy.
You know, I know Henri's gonna feel bad about it, so I took 200 gold from her room. I'll
You might-
put
Sure,
it
you didn't tell
back.
us what you took. We assumed the scrolls you're talking about.
Yeah,
Like-
this is Robert telling you that he took 200 gold from her room.
Yeah, put it back immediately.
Alright, I'll go put it back and then I'll look for Okaru.
She says, "Oh, and I did remember who told me. It was a priest by the name of Ikavar.
So I reckon
He's
that-
he told me about the Grey Wanderers and about the colonists who came through and that they were founding Ember.
Yeah,
You
come
don't
on.
know who that is off the top of your head, Anvir. You've never met him, Father Ikavar.
It's like
Right, so Robert goes, puts everything back.
All right, so Robert, hold on, just make a note of that. Puts the 200.
He takes the IOU back. Minus 200.
Yeah. All right, so you're going to do that, and basically, you said look into someone else, right?
Yes, they said the other suspect, Okaru.
Okaru. All right. So Savara would say, is that something that we could do? Could I come with you to your new city? Is it well protected?
I mean, it's really just on the outskirts still.
Says, well, I mean, there's not much left for me around here. The temple is kind to allow me safe haven for the time being, but I mean, I don't intend to become a priest, so I can't stay here. I don't
Where
really.
Land is
come from?
somewhat protected.
She says, well, I mean, I would be extremely grateful. I mean, I could even give you everything that I have left. About 200
Oh,
gold
no.
pieces. She says, I know it's probably seems like a lot. I mean, but I actually, well, I mean, my family was fairly well off in our community, so we did have some money.
I'll just put it back, put it back, put it back.
No, it's fine. Please keep your treasures. You'll need them to start off.
So I can come with you and return to this new settlement.
Well, you seem very sincere, and obviously I know you can't lie at the moment, so I know you're very sincere.
She says, yes.
But some of the friends and family that might become an issue just because we don't know them as well. But I imagine as long as you know their origins well enough.
So yes, I can vouch for all of them, and I mean, I'm sure they'd be willing to do a spell like this if that will secure passage for us.
We should be able to sort something out then. I imagine we'll be heading back there at some point, or we can point you in the direction. But
Says, oh,
we'll
well,
figure
thank
it
you.
out.
Thank you so much. I was so worried about this meeting going poorly, and she kind of just comes over and gives you a hug and says, I finally feel some security in my future.
But he doesn't know how to feel. He's like, we were potentially planning to kill this woman. Like, oh my god, she's lovely.
Like, if you don't mind me asking, you said that your home was destroyed.
Yes. I mean, I told Aurora about this, but I come from the north. I lived quite a ways from here. Are any of you familiar with the Sightless Citadel?
Are any of us familiar with the Sightless?
That's a good question. Does anyone have history?
I think me and Eldwin both do.
Yes.
Alright. So give me a history check.
Oh, the high rolls are gone.
So you don't actually know too much about it. I'll say, Eldwin, with your 20, you know there's a lot of mystery as to who founded it, but it's supposedly a settlement that has existed in the deep for multiple cycles. And it is a settlement of many different races. Almost like a permanent city that, I mean, those who know of history know that there are cycles of descending and re-emerging from the deep. Many of the citizens of the Sightless Citadel just always live down here. They never end up going back up. But she would say, my settlement was far away, kind of on the outskirts of the city of the Sightless Citadel. We were destroyed by a large army that was attacking the Citadel. I don't know what happened because we managed to escape and flee into the caves, but many from my settlement were killed. She says, and the army seemed to be consisting mostly of dark elves.
Ew.
I guess technically they'd be deep elves. Well, most likely from the Sirith Empire. Their major city. Says I can't tell you that they were from there for sure, but I mean that many deep elves, most likely that's where they came from.
Like the Sirith Empire attacked the Citadel?
That's
How
what it
long ago
seemed
was
like.
that?
Well, I mean, it's been months since I fled, so I mean, I have no idea what the situation is there or how that turned out, but I mean, that's sort of the last I heard. So I don't know the situation.
I imagine there'd be another reason you wouldn't like this temple too much. There are quite a few drows around. They are nice, but
She says, "Well, I mean, there's a difference between deep elves and those who are citizens of the Sirith Empire. I mean, just
True.
because one is a deep elf doesn't make them a follower of Loth or one of the priestesses who rule there."
completely true. But I imagine it still brings up the pain a bit.
She says, "Well, luckily I have had many deep elf friends in my time. In fact, some of the most prominent citizens of the Sightless Citadel are deep elves because of their abundance down here. Many end up becoming members of that place. Well,
I'm
assuming
glad to
it
hear.
still exists."
I'm actually quite glad to hear that there's so much discrimination against so many of them for no good reason.
Hmm. Well, I wish I had more I could tell you about that, but it's all I know.
No, you've been more than helpful.
Sorry about the inconvenience and for suspecting you. It's lovely to see that we have such positive effects that people want to search us out just because of our name.
Says, "Oh yes, I mean Candle. Well, you were quite famous there for a long time, and word of your deeds spread through many of the settlements." She says, "When I first came into some of the northern communities, including Highguard, the former settlement that was on the outskirts of Candle, there was a lot of people talking about you." She says, "The gnolls that you saved the city from, and you're helping." Or go ahead.
I was going to say, and integrated into it.
She says, "Yeah, there's quite a lot that community owed to you, and the people were quick to tell me about you when I told them of my problems."
Well, that's pretty much what actually Ember is. It's the survivors of Candle.
Yeah, I figured that might be what was going on after the attacks, but I didn't know for sure. It's good to know that now. Anything else you need to know about me?
No, I think we've got all we need to clear you and trust you. And just don't go sharing your findings too much with people. We have a few enemies that we're trying to keep Ember off the map of.
Oh, of course. I mean, if you want, you can take those scrolls I made. I only really made them. I didn't realize you had spies looking for you, so I guess that makes sense when you've done as much as you've done.
I'll be completely honest. It was me. I feel so bad about it.
Oh, well, give me another persuasion.
Obvious too honest for his own good. he needed to clear his own conscience. Persuasion. Oh no, I had to roll badly once.
She says, "Well, I mean, I understand your motives, so I'm just glad you told me the truth."
Anvil looks very ashamed of himself.
All right. Well, just I guess let me know when you're going to head back to Ember, and I'll get all my friends and some of my family members to get ready for the trip. She says, I can't find it without you, so maybe you could take us there."
Yeah, I imagine we'll be heading back probably after we finish our business here.
She nods. All right. So what do you
Right.
want to do?
I think Robert said he's already going to go get.
Yeah,
we go.
Robert. Robert, you go and break in and return the gold and take your note, then leave.
And I leave the.
You leave. You said you leave the scrolls.
I wasn't told otherwise.
Okay,
We feel bad.
that's fine.
We don't want her to know we robbed her again.
So
Well,
as or go ahead.
After she's left, I'll just say it's like I can't I'll admit I'm a little surprised that she wasn't involved. That story of hers was way happened way too long ago and was way too elaborate for it to have been concealed by any magic or fabricated.
And I could feel the spell take effect. If it wasn't working, I would know.
Yeah.
There's always a there's always a chance that we could still be misinformed when speaking to someone. Like, I know there are magics there that people can shape their memory or others' memory, but I can't imagine the Stevensons having access to that readily access to that level of magic for several different spies.
Well, I mean, wouldn't they have to do that right before she spoke with us? Aurora says. It's not like they could shape her memories, then turn her back and forth from spy into innocent citizen. Or can they?
That is true.
I don't really know how that magic works.
A greater restoration spell would remove the modified memory.
But then they'd need to have someone who could apply that to her on tap. I think
Exactly.
she's being very honest.
That's what I'm saying. It's
I mean, we can still kill her if we're not sure.
No.
It
it was way too elaborate, and her memories were too elaborate and too long ago. As far back as it was, I'd have to guess the magic would have to be like a 7th or 8th sphere of power to influence that amount of memory.
Are you saying all this in the group chat? Mind links?
Yeah.
So you didn't check her for any magic being altered? Regardless if it's probable or not.
Someone is trying to kill your dog, my man.
Or else I think she needs to potty.
But yeah. I guess go get the other guy and we'll interrogate him instead. And as terrible as this sounds, I kind of hope he turns out not to be a Fets fanboy so we can get this sorted with.
Alright, I'll go grab a card. I'm sorry, can we take a break so I can take the pup out?
Sure, we could do a break.
Thank you.
It's about halfway anyway.
Yeah, that's true. It's about time for it. Good time. Yeah. Anything else interesting you've been reading in the new DMJ, Lou? I think he stepped away, maybe. Oh, good. You still there, Aldwin, or did you go? Hello. Bum bum. Hello. This is Major
Alright.
Tom to ground control. Oh, someone's here finally.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. Literally, I've been the only person here for ages.
Yeah, it looks like the pup stopped crying. At least her
That's
potty. She'll probably start crying for attention.
I've got one crying in the background every now and then, but he's much more stoic about it because he's also
Ah.
deaf. He's also deaf, so he doesn't make a lot of noise because he doesn't understand that making a lot of noise gets a lot of attention.
Yeah.
But just out of instinct, he'll whimper a little bit when he's sad.
Alright, so what do now?
Wait for everybody else to come back because Lou and Eldwin's still not here.
Okay. So
But
you know, Robert would have been fine with killing her. I would have been sad about it, but Robert wouldn't.
Both me and Onvia would have been very unpleased about it. I'm one of those guys that takes forever to do games that involve choices because I'm so paranoid about making one that I don't like. I started playing Dying Light 2 the other day because it's free on the it was free with my Game Pass, PlayStation Extra thing.
Right.
And that game involves a lot of choices, and I was what do I do? Which choices do? I fucking did this one mission where it's this guy. You go through this mission, and this guy's brother turns out.
Historic. Dude, this dog. Don't be the death me. Hey,
Yeah.
isn't Dying Light 2? That's the game with all the parkour, right? The parkour zombie game?
Yeah, parkour's on the
Yeah.
Dying Light and Dying Light 2. But yeah, there's a lot of choices in Dying Light 2, and there's this one mission where you go through it, and this guy's brother turns out to be a vicious bandit who's been manipulating him by pretending to be kidnapped by the said bandits, so he's actually
Ah.
But at the end of the mission, there's a dialogue wheel, and if you don't pick the right things, which I didn't, he jumps off the roof of the building.
Jesus.
Hello.
Hello.
Just waiting on Eldon.
God, this dog's gonna be the death of me, I swear.
But to answer your question from earlier, Robert, I think the plan is you're getting Okaru, and then we're in
Yeah, just a few more months. Just a few more months until she's not a pup anymore.
Husky, right?
She's a Doberman.
I couldn't hear you over the dog.
She's a Doberman.
Ah, Doberman.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
They're
like
pretty
Not
husky.
vocal. I wasn't sure.
Not ha- Having a husky in Texas, I feel like that's just animal cruelty.
I feel the same thing about every single husky in Australia.
Oh God.
No, I'll
Jeez.
see I'll see huskies and shit in Australia, or oh, what are those other really goddamn fluffy ones?
Malamute?
Maybe they're pure white ones.
I don't know.
I can't remember either, but
Are those Zeus bait? How big are they?
but yeah, no, any of those winter breed dogs, I find it cool to have them in Australia.
Alright, is Eldwin back? I guess not.
No.
So I guess your dog didn't need to go out.
Well,
I think
maybe
at this
he
point
did, it
he's
just
trying
didn't stop him.
Yeah, she did plenty.
Just being a bit loud.
Yeah, I think she's crying for attention now. She's about 4 months old.
Oh yeah. All my dogs are kind of are pretty much. I've got one dog who's quote unquote an adult, he acts like a massive baby all the goddamn time, and I've got 2 dogs that would be considered seniors.
Alright,
Oh,
looks
Elman.
like everyone is back.
If she keeps working, I'll just mute myself for a bit, guys.
Oh, good.
So you're going, or Robert's gonna go look for Okaru.
Yeah, I would re-up the bond beforehand. Just
He
so I
already
don't
left.
wanna. Oh, did you already leave? Then never
He
mind.
left while we were still talking, I'm pretty sure, because we were like, go put the fucking money back.
Yeah, that's an hour, right? It shouldn't take that long.
Yeah, you'd still be invisible though, so you have to.
Yeah, I'll break invisibility before as I exit the room.
I mean, I would just drop concentration. So. Then.
Alright.
I'm probably right. Like, I put everything back and then do drop concentration.
So about
Yeah, whenever you tell me you're ready.
About half an hour after that, you would bump into Nasira again and Dosha. They would tell you that they tracked where the elemental came from, and it was an area outside of the temple, basically in the caves in the surrounding area. Looks like it was summoned and some sort of ritual was used, but Nasira says, I don't know much about Arcana, so I wasn't able to determine much. Obviously, Dosha doesn't either. But it does look like some kind of summoning occurred. There's some pretty hefty scorch marks, which makes me think the creature appeared from nowhere.
Maybe we should go have a look at it later.
Well, it's about an hour and a half outside the city. It definitely isn't close. It's in the opposite direction of the digging machine.
Well, we talked to Savora. Turns out she just really likes us.
Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Kind of, but at the same time, very admiring. Like, it's kind of nice that she wasn't out to kill us or sell away our secrets, but it is a bummer that we haven't found the spy yet. Yes.
And we are sure there is a spy.
Well, that's what Scylla? Pink-haired girl from Raven's Pass?
Yeah, that's all I think.
Yeah, Sella.
That's all.
Yeah, that's what Scylla told us, and she's proven to be very reliable in the past.
Well, just feels like we've been running around in circles. And now we have elementals. Elementals have found us at the temple. Just does not sit well with me. I fear being here might bring danger upon your home, Anvir.
So do I. That's why I want to wrap this up quickly.
So, cut to Robert. You head over to where Okaru should be, but he is not in his chambers.
What time is it? It's like 12 something? 12:30?
At this point, yeah, it's probably about the time when Nasira returned. You also...
I checked the cafeteria.
Huh?
I checked the cafeteria.
You would not find him there either, and you don't find Atala anywhere around. The one who said she'd watch him.
Is the mental link still up?
It would still be
Yeah,
up,
that's an hour actually.
but Atala isn't in it.
Yeah, but if Robert tells us,
Yes,
Oh,
the
Yeah,
link would
he
still
will.
be.
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah, I want to ask some of the paladins if he's seen him.
Hmm?
I'm going to ask some of the paladins if they've seen him.
Sure. So you ask around. I guess give me perception, or sorry, persuasion. You're just talking to
Sure.
people.
29.
That is a
So you do manage to talk to some people who lead you to one of the priests who did see him leave around 11:30. They don't know where he went.
Did he say? So he didn't say where he was going, what he was going to do.
No, but they
Did
say
he say he'll be back?
He's pretty quiet. He doesn't talk much in general.
Did he say he'll be back?
The guy shrugs. He says, I don't know. I just, like I said, I saw him leave this place. I didn't really ask him what he was doing. That was...
Okay, did you see him leave with anybody?
He says, no, but it did seem like someone else left shortly after.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe
Can
they
you
were following
describe
him?
Can you describe the person?
Young woman, a little pale, red hair.
That's our vampire, right?
yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, if he turns up, let me know, please.
Says, yeah, I guess I'll come and get you at the temple. You're with the Grey Wanderers, right?
Correct.
Yeah, alright. I'll let you know.
I go ransack his room.
Did you tell us you couldn't find him?
Yeah. I told you guys I was going to talk to one of the paladins,
Oh,
see if they found
okay. Well, I was gonna just cast Sending to Atal.
him. I want to go check out his room.
So you cast Sending. She would send back, basically, are you just asking where she is?
Yeah, I would just say Savora wasn't the spy. Want to get a car whereabouts.
She would say, Okaru, acting strange, is traveling outside of town. I'm keeping close. Not sure what he's up to. Should I continue to follow? And that would be the end of your sending spell.
I would share that with the group.
Well, I'm heading in the direction of his room right now.
I think we should maybe do that. Well, I guess you can do that while we start heading towards where he exited from.
I
'Cause
can try to track him, Nasira says.
Yeah.
Perhaps you should tell Atala to stop following in case she's in danger.
Oh,
Tall as a vampire. Vampires can't die.
Objectively false.
provenly false by us.
Oh, you guys killed the vampire?
Yeah, we've got a few.
I didn't know vampires could actually die.
You just
Just
have to
harder.
know how to do it. But as I was saying, if I can follow the trail, which I am very confident in my abilities, then you should have Atala stop following in case Okaru
Yeah.
is dangerous.
I'll cast Sending again and tell her to start heading back, and we'll take over pursuit.
Alright, so you spend another sending spell. Got
Yeah.
it. Alright,
I
she agrees and will give up her pursuit.
Let's
yeah,
try and
okay.
hurry.
Alright, so Nasira goes to the area where she believes Okaru should have left a trail.
I'll tell Robert to search the room later. Like, we don't want the child to go cold.
I suppose.
And I'm also just going to quickly use Channel Divinity to do Harness Divine Power and get one of those third levels back.
Alright. So Nasira is going to do another survival check. less than ideal. I'll say Dosha is helping her.
I was going to say, good thing Dosha's there.
Oh, yeah, really good thing though, it's just there.
So she finds, with Dosha's help, they are able to find his trail outside of the city. Luckily, they were able to pick it up because there's a lot of trails heading through the front gate today. You start following it into the caves. And as you are walking, you would bump into Atala on her way back. She says, "Oh, hello. I was heading back as you requested. It seems like Okaru is just wandering through the caves alone, which is surprising because of how dangerous it is out here.
How
I think
how
something's
far
up."
away from how far away from here did you stop pursuing?
She says, "Well, I mean, what did you message me about 10 minutes ago? So," she says, 10 minutes in that direction?
Oh, good. If I remember correctly, Atala's not a very high level, is she?
Well,
I think it's single digit.
yeah, I
Isn't she
mean,
like-
she's the closest thing to a class would be like an assassin slash rogue. I don't know if
Yeah.
she was ever assessed for her level, though.
I thought we had at one point and it was like 6.
But yeah, no, she is one of the younger vampires from
Yeah.
Revan's Pass.
Well,
We
head
could
back-
have her. Sorry, go ahead.
say what you were gonna say.
Oh, we could have her search his room.
Maybe. Yeah, I was gonna tell her to just continue investigating in case this turns up bust, but Savora passed through a zone of truth. She's completely sincere in her wants of looking for us.
Is there anyone else you need me to investigate? I'm guessing, this is our last person here.
Yeah, maybe yeah, just head back for now, and we'll let you know how this goes, and we can continue from there.
Wasn't there that
Alright.
one priest? His
Right,
name Ickabar or something?
What?
Ikabar?
Ickabar?
Yes, but that would involve her going into the church, which I think she would rather not do.
Says, "No, if I can help it, I would rather stay out of the church. I mean, I can see if he's outside the church."
I can probably talk to Tristan about that. Oh, stop it.
Well, in any
but yeah.
case, yeah, good luck to you. I'll
Uh,
see you when you get back to town.
Stay safe.
Alright, so you continue tracking. So I'm going to get some more rolls from Dosha and Nasira. Yeah, it's a little better.
Middling.
So you come to an area where there are a bunch of scorch marks everywhere.
Oh.
Another.
Nasir, is this similar to the one you saw before?
She says, "Saw before where?"
The ritual site, the one where you
Oh,
scouted.
she goes and takes a look. She says, "These do seem similar, yes." She looks a little concerned. Maybe he isn't a spy for the vampires. Or sorry, for Voli's sister.
It's possible Barry's just trying to get information about why these creatures were after us.
Well, do we go in?
I think we have to.
Same.
All right, so
Yeah, I'm
you
guarded.
step forward a little bit more. Where now? Do you have any light sources?
If
We
Where
would,
is
because we wouldn't be stealthy, so I'd have a light.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
was
there
about
are
to
lights.
say if are we heading like into a cave entrance where it feels like we're about to run into something?
Well, you've been moving through caves. The scorched areas are kind of in a more open space, like within a larger cave. But yeah, if you have a light, as you move closer on Veer, you would see up ahead several of the cave wall rocks have runes etched into them.
I would point them out to Eldwin as well.
Osiris is perhaps some sort of trap magic.
Uh,
Do either of us have any idea what these runes would be?
Give me an arcana. I guess religion or arcana, either.
I will use religion.
Alright, and you do have a light source and you have a 25 perception. So
I also
yeah.
no. I was about to lie. Ignore me.
Alright. So Eldwin, you can't see them very well from this far away, but Anvir, you are pretty certain that they are some sort of magic runes. Though obviously, to know what they do exactly, you would have to use more magic. These could be trapped, or a trap, though.
Do they look active, or could I not tell that?
That would be hard to tell just by looking at them.
Oh, good.
Though, if they did cause the scorch marks in the area, that would be one huge explosion of fire. Then again, if these were caused by some creature coming through, that could be something else. I'll say maybe investigation will tell you something if you want to try that.
Could
If
Eldwin do that
Dosha
as
and
well?
Asira,
Anyone can do it.
Good.
if
I'm
Dosha
rolling
and
so
Asira are
bad right now.
I'll give it a shot.
What were you saying, Albert?
I was gonna say if Dosha and Asira are confident Okaru went through here, then I don't think we should worry about these runes.
So Eldwin, you don't think the runes are what caused the scorch marks, because the area near the runes aren't as badly burned as some of the other places. So you're guessing if these runes are trapped, they might do something else.
Like, we don't know. Like, he could have a item or a passcode that will prevent traps from going off if they set this up beforehand. So I think we should take some time for me to set up a detect magic.
I could just try dispelling one and see if it actually takes hold.
If you're willing to waste a third for that.
I could get it back using another harness, but it would mean that the only channel divinity use I would have would be from my necklace or my pendant.
Like, your Twilight Sanctuary is very powerful. We should.
I'd still have one
Oh.
use of it.
Yeah, but
True.
that means that we only get one fight with it.
Fair.
Right? Weren't you the ones who said something about time of the essence that we don't want to lose the trail?
Yeah. How many different runes are there?
It looks like there are 4 runes. Kind of almost as if it marks an area. I'll say Arcana might tell you something here.
Oh, different Arcana? Okay.
Yeah, I have no training in Arcana, so I'm guessing I couldn't make that roll.
So, Eldwin, you kind of hearing that, you wonder if these might be the markings of an area affected by an alarm spell.
Hmm.
Again, though, a better way to tell might be a detect magic. Because then, if such an aura did exist, you'd know for sure, depending on like what the aura looked like.
Like I can't tell without activating detect magic.
And you'd have to do
Uh,
it ritually, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
my
don't know.
best guess right now is that it's an alarm spell.
Do you know if they get alerted if I dispel it, or only if we go over it?
Uh,
You would know that dispelling, the caster would know the alarm was dispelled.
yeah. That's what they like. The caster would know if you dispelled it, though.
Is there a way we can get over it? Or does it detect things that go over it?
I have the spell, so I'm reading the description.
Yeah. I've only seen one person use it before.
Eldwin takes a spell book and starts reading.
It's like whenever uh whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area, as soon as we cross that plane, it will activate.
And is it... how big's the area?
Um, Anywhere up to a 20-foot cube.
How tall is the ceiling?
Well, the cave that's marked is like a 10 by 10 foot entrance. It looks like.
Damn it. I was gonna be like,
Yeah.
can we maybe fly over it? No. I
Yeah,
think
look-
we've just gotta go past it and hope for the best.
They're gonna be alarmed no matter what. So let's start. Let's just head in.
Alright, so you just walk through it?
I think so.
Alright. Or is someone saying something?
No.
Alright.
I don't think so.
So you move through. There's no blaring noise when you enter the area. So I assume you just kind of keep going.
Yeah. Probably a
think we
mental thing.
Yeah. I remember Onyx used to cast it every now and then.
Alright. So as you enter this area, you start to feel an intense heat. Almost as if there's something burning up ahead. Like this whole area is like there's a sweltering heat wave coming through the cave.
I would share my night vision at this point, just because I feel like it might be nice to do.
Alright, so you keep going.
Yeah. I dropped my light. We have dark vision now.
Okay. As you turn a corner, you see there is light coming from up ahead, around the corner. So you're approaching something, and it's getting really hot. Basically, down this cave and to the left, there's a bunch of light coming from that area.
Onwards, I guess.
Yeah.
Do we have anything? Mr. Scout, have you had a chance to summon your bird recently?
It's like, I can, I'll just make a quick motion and take an action to summon Lareth.
Alright, so the bird poofs forth from its pocket dimension.
And I will, quickly make, I'll say, like, go check out, ahead, and I will cast invisibility on her.
Alright, this is the owl, right?
Yeah.
I was
Alright.
actually going to suggest you do that because they suck at stealth.
Alright, so she fades away, giving a soft hoot. And she is going to fly over there. I assume you're looking through her eyes.
Yep.
Alright, give me a stealth check.
Oh, I gotta pull her out.
I'll
better
give,
know
yeah, I guess I'll give you advantage because the creature or anything there would be unaware of her.
Especially bloody owls. Those things are so silent while flying.
Alright, you said stealth of advantage?
Yeah. 11. All right. So you fly around the corner down a cave, which opens up into a large open cave area with 3 huge pillars of fire. Suspended in the middle pillar of fire is Okaru, just kind of floating there. As if the fire is holding him aloft, though he doesn't seem conscious. Like his eyes are closed.
I'll repeat everything that I see.
Oh, that doesn't sound great.
Does it look almost like a ritual or something?
Well, you've never seen just pillars of fire in the middle of a cave. You don't see any markings around that would make you think it's a ritual, but definitely seems off to you. Something's going on
And-
here.
Any other creatures or peoples?
No, just these 3 huge pillars of flame. The area is extremely hot. Your owl would probably have to retreat a bit, as it doesn't want to get burned by just the scorching air.
Yeah, I will have her come back.
Okay, she flies back.
I guess let's go interrupt a ritual. It feels like the thing to do.
Like, it's like we definitely need to figure out what's going on here. Do you have anything that can help with fire?
I
prepared.
do not. I think there's only like one spell I would have that I could even prepare that would really help. But no, I don't have anything.
Uh,
I have my thing that gives us advantage against spells, so
that
that's
will
just
help.
something I always have.
I do have it prepared. Cool, because I had an extra one. It's like, all right. Let's. Are you ready, Robert?
Yeah, you guys are the magic users. I'll follow your lead.
I guess we will head in then. I will when we head in. I'll have Lareth just fly up to the ceiling, out of the way.
Alright. So you go down the hall, turning the corner, and start to enter this extremely heated area when a voice booms. So it is the Wanderers who've come. Once again, here you wander into my domain. And the eyes of Okaru would open and be kind of flaming as he looks down at you. And he says, where are the girls? The ones who can read the ley line.
I'm gonna guess that your real name is Tarkana, my friend.
He laughs. He says, I am Takara speaking with you. But no, this person is not I. Merely a vessel I have used to find you. He says, and your family and friends. He says, and now I know where your temple is in the caves. He says, it would be in your best interest to do what I say, unless you wish your temple burned to the ground by my minions. Now where are the girls?
Andrea looks very like, what the fuck do I do?
He says, if you wish to
Like there's
continue to make me your enemy, this will not end well for them.
It's like a feeling of we it's like you say that, but I believe letting the girls fall into your hands wouldn't be good for them either.
He says, perhaps, but then you would not have to worry about your temple anymore. Or perhaps your city that you founded somewhere with the survivors of Candle. He says, I will find them, given time. So it would be best if you were to make me a friend rather than a foe.
I thought you weren't meant to interfere.
He says, what do you know of that? Don't worry what I meant to do or not do. I've given you my demands. He says, ignore them at your peril. I will not ask again.
That's good, because I think you're going to keep getting the same answer.
Give me a persuasion.
Oh god. No one else is talking, so I keep talking, and I do not
What?
have great persuasion.
You're better than me.
You also have
Robert
one-
has no idea who this is or what's going on.
Oh, I think we explained the whole. This is the guy who destroyed the Cantaloupe.
I think we briefly explained it.
I'll use an insight point because I can.
Alright. So plus
It's the only one I
2.
got. Persuasion. Oh lord.
11.
Do I want to use a story point? You know, I don't really want to die, so I'll try to use a story point.
You don't know that you'll die.
True.
I don't know, but I can heavily suspect. Will this also have the insight applied to it?
Yeah, the reroll has all your bonuses.
Okay, slightly better, 16.
He says, you are brave to continue to defy me after what you've seen I can summon forth. He says, so you still will not give them to me. Is that your final answer?
I mean, you've
Like-
given us no reason to trust giving them to you.
It's like, sir, if you want a girlfriend so bad, go find one yourself. Please don't come to us for romantic advice.
Onvia, kind of, stifles the snicker.
So he looks over at Robert and he says, well, if you will not tell me willingly, perhaps I can figure it out using your mind. Robert, give me a wisdom save.
Oh god, no.
A wisdom save. Do I know the DC?
DC is 19.
I will. What's this thing called again?
Your reroll?
Indomitable.
Alright,
Yeah.
so you reroll adding your fighter level.
That'll be plus 14. There you go.
So
Alright.
30.
So you manage to push him back, keeping him out of your mind.
Like, oh, I thought you were supposed to be strong and powerful.
He
I look at Robert shut up, man!
is going to roar angrily, and Okaru points his hand towards Robert as a cone of flame shoots forth. Give me
Okay.
give me initiative rolls without tokens.
Tokens.
Still the blessing, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Hey! We all rolled pretty damn high on that.
Alright. So Robert, this flame comes flying at you, very large cone. I assume you're going to try to dodge it. So give me a dexterity saving throw.
18?
Okay. So
Guessing
luckily, you dive to the side, but unfortunately, you would not fully make it.
I want Indomitable this one.
You said you will or won't?
Hold on, I think I have something that adds to my saves. Hold on.
Yeah, DC would be 19 again.
Ability checks aren't the same as saving throws, right?
No.
No.
Let me double check here.
I haven't looked over them too much, but like,
all right,
unless you've got a maneuver or
no.
something, I think it's just indomitable.
Yeah, no, I'm good. That's,
Alright, so you take the hit.
yeah.
So.
Oh wait, actually,
Yeah.
can I use my heroic inspiration? That's something I get as a human, right?
Yeah, so you can do a reroll once a day. If you
Alright,
want.
I'll use my heroic.
Yeah, retry the
inspiration.
save.
14 or higher.
It's about what is it, 75% chance?
Lord.
Okay, so let's see. So you would be struck for 54 fire damage.
Oof.
Ooh.
So you see him burned up pretty bad, which I assume gives you at least one level of wound.
Correct.
The next act is going to be. Wait, I only see Anvir and Eldwin for initiative. Oh, never mind.
Robert
You rolled
got
19.
19.
Alright, so Eldwin, you are the first to act after this huge cone of fire hits Robert. What do you want to do?
Wait, did
Alright.
you roll higher than Eldwin, or was that just because it was already happening?
It's kind of the inciting event.
All good. I just wanted to clarify if he somehow got like a 30 or something.
Now,
I'm going to activate my Blade Song as a bonus action.
okay. So
And then
he's floating in the air about 25 feet up. Okaru is, I mean.
okay. Alright. So
Actually, before anything, give me an Arcana check.
Could I use religion on her?
Sure. I'll say Arcana, Religion, or Nature. So you do think that this Okaru is being charmed or dominated in some way. You don't think this is actually him. So this Tarkava or Tarkana?
Tarkana, that's what
Yeah,
you
this Tarkana might be controlling him. Or at least it's somehow using him as a vessel.
alright.
Just
Yeah,
to clarify,
you would think
did I get
the-
anything with 25?
Yeah, you two would also think similar things if you have training.
I have religious training in.
Yeah, so you're somewhat familiar with charms. Actually, I don't know if nature has any charm effects, so you might not know, Robert.
No worries.
Some druids do. I think it's like more niche, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah, so what do you want to
just
do,
took up.
Eldon?
Sorry, I'm looking at a range or something.
You said you started blade singing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'll just yell over to Andre, like, Andre, you think you can, try and break his, any charmed effect?
Anvir is silent.
Sorry, I had to go do something for a second. You were talking to me.
Do you have, any ability to possibly break a charmed effect?
Twilight Sanctuary breaks shot.
Alright. In that case, I'm going to,
So let me just confirm I'm not lying.
So you say he's 25 feet in the air. How close is, like, how far away, like, on the ground is he?
I'll say like 40 feet.
Alright, I will run up like 35 feet
Okay.
closer to him, and I will try and cast on him Hold Monster.
All right. So you chant, throwing your hand up towards him. You would see as you do this, he quickly moves his hand, doing a counter spell to stop your spell. So he successfully
Do a roll
counters.
counter spell.
Like,
We'll say the new one, so it just undoes the
The
spell
new
for
one,
this
he has
round.
to make a con save.
Yeah, I already rolled for it.
No,
I
Eldwin
make
has
the
to make.
Oh, Eldwin makes it? I thought he made it.
No, new
Nope.
counter spell
Oh.
is the target.
Alright, Eldwin, make a con save. For some reason, I thought he had
Alright.
to make it.
Nah, it's weird now, and it's better against players, but worse against monsters now. I think like
other
more
way.
effective against. Sorry, is what I meant.
The
Yeah.
other way, because it's
Well, because you don't lose a spell slot from it, but if it's like a once a day effect, then
No.
you do lose it.
Alright. So, unfortunately, you would be unable to cast your spell as he holds your magics at bay.
You use counter spell for not hitting with my 5th level.
What did you say?
No, because the new one doesn't get rid of the spell slot, just wastes the action.
Yeah, so you don't lose a spell slot, you're just unable to cast the spell this round.
Yeah. Whatever.
But he looks down angrily as if he's about to blast you with a cone of fire, channeling a bunch more flame energy in his hand. But that would be it for you. Onvir. So you see him getting ready to possibly let loose another wave of fire on Eldwin.
How far away is he again?
You're 40 feet, and he's 25 feet in the air.
Okay, so I won't be able to get in range of Sanctuary. Twilight Sanctuary did the charm effect, so... let me try something else. Do I have any idea what level of magic is affecting him?
What do you mean? Oh, the spell that's affecting him?
Yeah.
You could try to use your action to do an Arcana check to figure that out. But
Well,
this
I'd
isn't
have
a
to use
this
that.
isn't a pre-spell, so it would be an Arcana check.
Nah, that's fine then. I probably wouldn't be able to pass it, and it's my entire action, and it's not worth it. Sorry, I think the batteries in my mouse are low. It's just stopped. There we go. I will... Because I don't know what level of magic it is, I will upcast it a little bit, but worst case I might just have to roll. I'm going to cast a 5th level Dispel Magic.
Okay. So Dispel Magic. Did they change that one?
I'm still using original rules. I haven't made the change yet.
Alright. So that would be a caster check if it's above 3rd level.
Oh, I said it was 5th, but
Let's see.
so if it's above 5th, then I have to roll.
Yes, it would be above 5th. So spellcaster ability check, so that's I think
Wisdom.
D20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. Okay. So you hit him with the Dispel Magic. You would expect this to just end the spell, though he just sort of shakes his head a little, as if kind of becoming groggy. But you don't think it fully got rid of the effect. He's looking around kind of confused now, suspended up in the air, almost as if, like, you've sort of awakened him, but he's still not fully out of the grasp of Tarkana.
I would say that should have worked, but something seems wrong. Be on your toes still.
Help me, he says, as he's kind of floating there, the flames still, like, engulfing him. So that would be it for you. Robert. All scalded. Ugh. So you see this, like, Anvir hits him with some spell, and he seems to be struggling, as if he's trying to break free of maybe the enchantment.
Robert's gonna handle this the way he knows best, by shooting it.
Try not to kill him.
Robert is definitely gonna try to kill him.
Alright, so you're firing at the guy?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead.
I scatter from the rest so we don't all get caught in a cone.
Alright, so you fire off some shots.
Oh, I shouldn't have that +1.
Yep. So 30 would strike.
Boom.
For 8. Second attack.
This is with the Vex.
Yeah, 20 would strike. You have advantage, right? For 12.
Yes.
And third attack. You get 3 attacks, right?
Correct.
Okay, so 26 would strike again. For another 10. Alright, so you quickly pull out your crossbow, firing 3 bolts, which just strike him center mass. His eyes kind of go wide as he falls forward, slamming into the ground, motionless.
Ah. That problem's dealt with. Hopefully.
And you hear a laughter as the flames die down, and you are in quiet, alone in the cave, you assume.
I would rush up to the lifeless body and cast Cure Wounds on it.
Oh, he's dead.
Damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it, Robert.
He didn't have that many hit points. He was just being used to channel this guy's abilities.
Yeah, I figured he had commoner stats.
Yeah, so he got a bunch of bolts in his.
He was just being puppeted, Robert.
Robert kind of just shrugs. He was a threat until he was dead.
He was gaining his consciousness back. He just begged for help.
And I put him out of his misery. That's pretty merciful if you ask me.
Well, to be fair, Nasira said, I mean, if he didn't kill him, he may have killed one of us. It's not like we were completely safe. As much as I hate to admit it, this may have been the only way, without knowing more about this affliction. You said it yourself, Anvir. You were trying to free him, and your dispel didn't work.
Not fully, but
Well, she says, what's done is done, unless you can bring him back to life.
I think it would depend on him, really. I mean, I could try.
I pull one of my bolts out of him.
Alright, well, what are you gonna do?
I mean, I could try and bring him back. Probably does feel bad about this.
It's up to you. If he was mind controlled once, he'll be mind controlled again.
It's true, and
What do you
Nasira
guys-
says he could be, well, how long do we have to decide?
Depends on how much money I want to spend.
Uh,
Like a minute, if I want to spend the least amount.
Like all clock's ticking.
yeah, you'd have to make that decision right now if you're gonna use that spell. You wouldn't have time to discuss it.
That, or I could. I do have bigger ones as well, but it costs more.
Well, do you
I-
want to? Do you want to use the minute one, or are you going to let that pass?
I will. I'm just kind of deciding if I want to use the scroll or some diamond or religious components. But yeah, I will.
Okay, so you're casting Revivify.
Yeah, and I took away 300 religious components for the price.
Alright, go ahead and link it. Alright, so you channel energies through him. Let's see. Let me roll something.
Does he decide he wants to come back?
So he suddenly breathes in heavily, as if his lungs fill with air again. He looks up at you and says, "Oh, thank you. Thank you for freeing me from him. Oh, I'm alive? How is that possible? I felt myself fall, and then nothing."
Well, you can thank this guy pointing it on me.
I wasn't going to let somebody potentially innocent just die because of you, Rutherford.
I mean, I would have.
Says, "Well, I'm sorry for what I did. I didn't have any control." He says, I was affected by something. It's been brewing inside me for a long time, but I couldn't tell anyone. It was puppeting me. It's just some kind of magical compulsion. It tried to do it to him as well, he says, pointing to Robert. Something similar happened to me. Someone just came up and started talking to me, and I just lost control of myself.
Do you-
I would describe Tarkana to him and see if that's who talked to him.
So no, the one who spoke with me was a priest, actually. Though I haven't seen him. Well, I assume he was a priest. I haven't seen him since what did you say his name was? Tarkana?
Tarkana, yeah.
Tarkana? I haven't seen him since since I lost control of myself. I assume by whoever that was speaking through me.
This priest who spoke to, was it Ikavar?
Says, I don't know his name, I just know what he looked like. He spoke to me a little while after I got here. I thought he was just some priest of the temple trying to be nice, but after I spoke with him for a while, it's just like something swirled within my mind, and ever since then I was just a puppet of something, just being dragged along, my own body not listening to me.
do you have an idea of how long ago this happened?
I think it was 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Does that line up with around the time we were moving people through stuff?
That was slightly after, I think.
Yeah, so around the time like we had gotten everyone to the area.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to confirm.
It's possible someone followed you or followed them from Candle, or maybe someone who was a spy of his was with the population, which would be bad if that meant they were still with them and in Ember.
It sounded like he didn't know exactly where Ember was yet.
Although he did threaten Ember, Nasira says. He asked where the ley line readers were.
It might be time for us to genuinely start thinking about going to a place safer.
He says, well, if he knows where Ember is, then all of our people are in danger. But we don't know for sure.
Maybe it's time we start investigating these ley lines better and maybe start looking for the surface.
And this does not lead us any closer to the spy, Aurora says. The one we were seeking.
Unless, because the spy we were looking for was, we were informed from Stevenson, right?
Yeah, the Stevison spy.
Which means we had two
this is
spies.
The something totally different.
Well, we had Stevison assassins attack us. We know there's Stevison spies seeking us, though we don't know where they are exactly. Other
I
than
mean, maybe those assassins were the ones we were told about, and they're just lurking around.
Well, listen, I'm sorry about what I've done to you. Can we go back to the temple?
Just to be safe, he does seem like everything he's saying is on the strip.
Give me an insight check.
Sight. Ooh, 30.
Yeah, it seems like he is free of the influence now. Dying probably severed whatever charm was over him.
Very few effects work past death.
Yeah.
Well, I think we need to start looking into this mysterious priest that seems to be popping up.
Well, I can try to find him, but as I said, after he spoke with me a couple of weeks ago, I didn't see him. Maybe if he's somewhere else, I can help identify him.
Well, let's head back to the... Is there anything else around this area? Just looking around, it's like nothing else.
So, there's more scorch marks. Almost as if there were more elementals in the area, maybe? Maybe more salamanders?
Like, if everyone's okay with it, I'm gonna start casting Detect Magic.
He says, well, there were those big ones that attacked the city, but he was using me to summon a lot of salamanders. I'm not sure where they all went. He says there were the ones that attacked the city yesterday, but there were also others I summoned before that. He was using me almost like a conduit into the plane of fire.
Andrea, I starts to twitch a little bit because he's so conflicted because he wants to hate this man so much because he's the person that summoned the crap that attacked his town, but at the same point he was being used. And he's like,
Well, looks like you'll have to pay for your crimes.
Robert, I swear to God.
He says, well,
Should have left him dead.
I swear to Hilda.
says I'm happy to try to help you any way I can. Give me a persuasion, Robert.
Sure. 28.
He says, I promise you, though, I really didn't mean to do any of this. I had no control over myself. He says, I almost wanted to die just because I was worried I'd spend the rest of my existence as a passenger in my own body. He said,
Well, if you ever get possessed again, I won't hesitate.
well, you didn't hesitate this time. You shot me.
3 times to be exact.
So why would I think you'd hesitate next time?
Because this guy.
Oh. Well, again, anything I can do to help you in this search for this priest, I'd be happy to help. I owe him some payback as well.
Well,
Okay, so, but weird question. Are you by any chance connected to the Stevisons?
It's the Stevisons. You mean the, wait, is that the noble family in Revan's Pass?
Yes.
He says, no, I mean, I know
One
of them. But I don't have any connection to them.
for prosperity's sake, seems like he's telling the truth, yeah?
You can give me another insight check if you want. If you don't.
I
believe
feel like
him.
he is, but yeah, I want to scrutinize.
Scrutinize away.
I rolled a natural.
28.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't seem like he's some kind of Stevison agent turned charm victim. He says, I truly did come to the temple to to become a priest of Hildar. He says that's been my ambition for a while.
Right, just making sure.
But now,
Gonna
I
say-
mean, that experience, what happened to me, I don't know if that's still my calling. He says, I think I need
Well-
to stop this priest that tried to do this to the town and to you all. He says, I really do want to help you if I can.
Well, we're probably going to start looking for this priest at some point, so... Our friend here is going to have a quick look around after finishing his spell, but after that I think we'll head to town. And...
Do you remember what he looks like?
Yes, that's a good question.
I do, and if I saw him again, I think I could identify him.
So maybe after Eldwin's done looking around here, we go talk to Tristan about our findings and maybe see if we can talk to this Father Ikavar character and see if he's the same fellow.
He says, oh, hang on a sec, let me check something. He says, the man I saw, the priest, I can give you some detail. I mean, he was a pretty plain-looking fellow. Sort of brownish hair, looked like he was in his 30s, a brown robe, a bit of a receding hairline. He seemed very friendly, but just something creepy about him. And as he spoke, he smiled, and the more he smiled, the more I could feel something stirring. And before I knew it,
Human?
yes, I believe he was a human.
That narrows it down quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's not that many human priests. I mean, Hildar is a rarity amongst even the elves, so most humans barely even know about him.
He says, well, I mean, I assumed he was a priest. He was dressed in the garb of a Hildar priest. But now that you mentioned it, if that's rare, maybe he was just in disguise.
A lot of our priests are mainly high elves and drow.
He says, well, I guess when we get back, I can take a look around. Maybe I'll see him somewhere. I just...
Well,
yeah.
I think, yes, maybe... I don't want you just wandering off on by yourself, because then you could just run into the same problem again.
All right.
Maybe you
well,
should stick around us for a little bit.
He says, well, whatever you think is best. I do owe you my life after all. He says, when those crossbow bolts hit me, I almost felt relief. I was finally free. Then a terror as I awoke, but then relief again as I realized I was free of his influence. So thank you. You gave me a second chance.
Good men shouldn't die for no reason. It happens too often, and I won't let it happen if I can help it.
He nods. Says, well, whatever the case may be, I owe you quite a bit.
Well, keep trying to follow your dream then.
Alright, so you're heading back?
I think we're waiting for Eldwin to do his detect magic.
Alright, you're doing a ritual?
Yep.
Alright, so... I'll say it's like, let's see, 1:15 at the moment in the afternoon. You complete your ritual, and you don't see anything at first. Give me give me a perception. I assume you're gonna walk around and look.
Yeah. Like you said, perception.
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay.
Did you say both or just perception?
This would just be perception. Wouldn't be as much use for investigation. Okay.
Could I do one as
Well, the problem is you don't have detect magic up.
That's fine, I wasn't sure if it was just because of that. Sorry.
No worries. So looking around the temple, or not temple, the cave. At first you don't see anything. Though when you get towards one of the far corners of the cave, you do notice an aura. Seems almost like something magical is coming from the wall itself, like maybe inside the wall. Investigation here might tell you something more.
Alright. Investigation.
So, when you look closer, the area that's magical, you notice that the wall in like maybe 2-foot area isn't touching the floor. So there's like a small, very slight gap, almost like a line where you could maybe slip a piece of paper between the floor and the wall, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like a gap between the wall and the floor, very small.
Like, Andre, do you mind coming over here and taking a look? I think I found something.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll point out like the really small gap. It's like I think there's something hidden behind this wall. It's like, can you help me search for a mechanism or something?
Yeah, I suppose.
Give me one moment to check something. Alright. Actually, now that you see this on Veer, I guess Eldwin too, Arcana or Religion might tell you something. So it looks like the area was affected by a stone shape spell. Someone used stone shape to make this gap. But they didn't change anything else, which is very odd. You don't think there's a mechanism to open this? It's almost like they just made a little gap underneath the wall, between the wall and the floor. And there's definitely magic coming from probably either inside or underneath within that gap.
So, funny story. I have stone shape.
Oh, well, then you definitely recognize that.
I could probably open it up. Eldon.
Yeah. Can do I know what type of school magic this is, or do I have to actually see it?
Oh, yeah, you would have to see the object for knowing the school.
Oh, right.
You just see the aura.
Right. It's like, if like, do you actually have stone shape prepared?
Yeah, I think I prepared it at one point and then just never unprepared it. I have no idea why I have it.
I mean, it's a good spell for this kind of terrain. It's like, see if you can, shape the stone so we can get to whatever is hidden here.
I shall cast stone shape to make a little doorway where the lip is.
Okay. So you cast stone shape, and you're just moving the, like you just, well, what exactly are you doing with stone shape? Is that
Well,
what
how big is the like little area?
It's like a couple of millimeters. It's a very small gap.
So, using that as like a central bit, I would just make a room, like enough space that we can walk through it.
Okay, so you're just gonna pull the whole thing up, like the stone?
I'm just kind of reading exactly. Yeah, I'd like make it into some kind of door if I can.
Alright, so making the gap bigger, like basically moving the stone wall upward, you would see that there is a small ember in there that's smoldering. And
You
that is
found a
definitely
Horcrux.
where the magic is coming from.
Can I get a school now, or
Yeah. Give me one moment. So that would be Conjuration. Coming off of the smoldering ember.
that makes sense? Could I do an Arcana check to identify what it might be, or is that or would I have to use the identify spell?
Sure, I'll let you use Arcana. The Identify spell would definitely be better, assuming it worked.
Okay.
Is this too arcana for me to use religion to figure it out, or?
This is more elemental, so this would be more Arcana than religion.
No, that's fair. I just figured I'd check.
It's gonna be another 10 minutes, but I think this might be important. So I'm gonna start ritually casting Identify on it.
Why does magic take so long? Nasira says.
It takes longer if you don't want it to consume your own power.
I could do it much faster, but I'd have to do a prepare. And would you rather me do this in 6 seconds or throw fireballs in 6 seconds?
Well, do we need to throw fireballs? Alright, do what you must. Alright, so you're passing some time. She says, well, I guess it's good that Atala didn't come here. Who knows what would have happened to her if she set off that alarm.
What do you mean?
She came here alone.
If she came here
Right.
alone,
Yeah. Sure. Now I get what you mean.
she may have been burned to a crisp. Alright, so you cast Identify. So this seems to be almost like some sort of essence, or at least it seems like it has the same composition of almost like a creature's essence, but this ember in particular seems to what's the word for it? Not modify, but to make stronger.
Enhance?
Yeah, maybe enhance is a better word for it, but to enhance
Fortify.
the energies of something that's using magic in the area, if that makes sense.
To funnel magic from the surroundings.
Yeah, like a certain type of creature, and the Identify kind of confirms this. You think that Tarkana or whoever, one of his servants using magic in this area, would have their magic enhanced. Which might be why the priest, Arkaru, you were having such a hard time breaking him from the control.
It was essentially like a 10th level spell.
That said, this is also, or could also act as a powerful essence. Basically of a CR 15 creature.
Ooh.
Do we think it could potentially be used to make something, to do something special like we've seen with certain essences in the past?
This could be another one of his conduits. Are you sure you want to take it?
I mean, I'd rather not leave it so that you can so that you can retrieve this and use it again.
So that's what it is,
Mother-
basically. But other than just an essence, this, as I said, does enhance Reeve's energies, or the energies of one of Reeve's minions. And you're not sure of the exact area. That part is a little vague, like what area is covered by this.
I don't know if you heard. I also asked, do you think do we get any idea that we could maybe do something special with it, like we've seen with the Banshee essence?
That is possible. It is a unique essence, so it could be used in possibly crafting something powerful.
Yeah,
Though again, this is Reeve's essence, so you're not sure what that would mean for the thing you're crafting. If it would affect the item. You'd probably have to do some research, but in any case, we are at time. I know some of you may have to go, so why don't we do MVP votes? I'm going to give Robert a insight point for just flat out killing Akaru, because I think that was in character for him.
Right after I'm like, please don't kill him.
Robert Lane, I'm gonna kill him.
Robert's just like, it's like gunslinger. Ugh.
I forget /WDM, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I totally forgot to write the journal. Well,
Alright.
I can do that.
It is a 3-way tie, so each of you roll a d20.
That's funny.
Alright, so Eldwin, you are the MVP. You get another insight point.
Ooh.
Yay.
Good job, everyone.
So it was 3-way tie. That means I voted for Anvir. Anvir voted for Robert, and Robert voted for me.
Yeah, pretty much. I was wondering if you were going to kill that guy or figure out how to free him. I wasn't expecting you to bring him back to life.
Both.
But
The
that
Andrea
is,
could
answer.
not watch it. Andrea would not stand the guilt of hearing somebody be like, please help me, only for one of his friends to just fucking kill him.
Bap, bap, bap.
Whoa. Friends is a strong word.
His
One of the
coworkers.
party members that he
There you go.
I mean, you guys are getting closer. You've been with each other a while.
I think Anvir and Robert will never actually be friends. We're tolerated co-workers.
That's more like it.
You have a difference of opinions. What is your alignment again, Robert?
Neutral evil.
Okay, so you are evil. Just want to make sure, because that was definitely a somewhat evil act.
You're just-
Then you got Mr. Lawful Good over here, who just spent a bunch of components to bring a man back to life.
I mean, Robert could have an arc towards neutrality, but so far he's pretty much embraced evil stuff.
Hey, he put the 200 gold back.
I guess
I'll
that's
tell you
true.
what.
He felt bad once he found out.
I tell you what, though, if he had turned out to actually be his own sound mind and had summoned those elementals, then we might be looking at a slightly different alignment looking on.
Yeah, no, it's fair. Alright, well, yeah, good game, everyone. I'm gonna take some notes, but, yeah, we'll pick it up next week.
Alright, see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Good night. Yeah, good night, everyone.
Yeah, have a good night. Happy New Year.
Gotcha.
Happy New Year.
I just figured I'd better write the journal. I forgot. I usually write it as we're playing, but just forgot today.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just taking some notes.